Happening now, Toronto police providing an update into multiple shootings in the city this afternoon, including one that left a teenage boy injured near Warden and Lawrence. Let's listen.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Paul McIntyre from the Organized Crime Enforcement Unit. The reason I'm here this evening is to talk about two troublesome shootings that happened in our city this afternoon. The second shooting happened just behind me here, just before 4 p.m. The investigation is in its infancy. We are still gathering details. But what we know right now is that just before 4 p.m., a 14-year-old boy boarded a TTC bus just here behind me at the intersection of Warden and Lawrence. When he stepped on the bus, he got into an altercation with two other males on the bus. He quickly stepped off the bus, and when he got off the bus, he was followed by those two suspects. One of those suspects produced a handgun and fired multiple rounds at the 14-year-old boy. The 14-year-old boy was struck once in the leg. People in the nearby Shoppers Drug Mart heard the shots. People in the area walking on the street heard the shots. Many people in businesses, including the Shoppers Drug Mart, ran to the back of the stores after hearing the shots. We received several 911 calls. Officers from 41 Division arrived, and they found a 14-year-old boy suffering from that gunshot wound. He was transported to hospital. Right now, members of the Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force are looking for two suspects. We don't have a description right now, simply because we're still going through video. We will have video from the TTC bus. We will have video from the local businesses in the area. We have other cameras right here on Lawrence Avenue East. So we're confident that the shooting was captured on video, and we're confident that we will make arrests in this case. The first shooting happened earlier, just after 1 p.m. this afternoon. What we know right now is that two men got in some sort of altercation. Both of those men then jumped in motor vehicles. They started to, what I would describe, chase one another. One of the motor vehicles was involved in a collision with an unrelated third vehicle. At some point during the altercation between those three vehicles, we had one of the drivers was shot, and he was transported to hospital with injuries to his leg as well. And that's where we are with those two investigations.
Was the vehicle pursuing the other vehicle, the one with the firearm, or was it?
We're still working that out. What we do know is that two men knew each other. Both of those men started to chase one another. One started to chase the other. There was a collision with a third unrelated vehicle. One of the first gentleman that was being chased, he received a gunshot wound. How that happened, we're still looking into that right now. Both of these incidents are very troubling. Both happened this afternoon within hours apart. What's troubling about this shooting is that it happened in the height of rush hour on a TTC bus with a 14-year-old boy being shot in the leg. It's troubling, it's concerning, but we're certainly all over it.
This second shooting, is there any indication that the victim and the people that got out followed the victim, that they knew each other at any point?
We don't know that yet. What we really have to do is look at the video from the TTC bus. We have to really do a good victim statement from the young man that was shot. So right now it could be targeted. Perhaps they knew one another, or it could be random. Right now we just don't know.
Are witnesses that were in the area at the time cooperating with this investigation in terms of what they saw and what they heard?
Yes, some people stayed. Some people left. Some people, those that did leave the scene, we would really like them to contact 41 Division, and members of the Gun and Gang Task Force will take their statements. But certainly a lot of people did stick around. We have great video. So yeah, we have a number of witnesses right now that we can certainly speak to.
And regarding the first shooting, is there a suspect description that's out right now in terms of the people that were in the vehicles, for lack of clarification?
Nothing that we can release right now. We're still looking at video, trying to capture video from the area so that we can get a better description before we put anything out.
And currently, are you still searching for that third person that was in the crash and left the scene?
Oh, yes. Yeah, he certainly, we want to speak to him, and there could be charges being laid on him. We're still, again, though, just in the infancy of that investigation as well.
And how concerning is it? I mean, you touched on it earlier, but both of these quite brazen. One happening at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and 2 hours later happening at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. In the middle of summer, of course, people going about their errands, summer camps going on. It's quite concerning, of course, to the public. What's your message to them?
Message to them is any shooting is one too many. We've had a number of shootings this week, but I can tell you the good news is overall, shootings are down in the city this year by 45%. We had a lot more shootings this time last year, but again, one is too many. But the members of the Gun and Gang Task Force are working hard to solve all these shootings. I can tell you the uniform officers are doing a great patrol. We have more officers out on the street now. There's a higher visibility. When this shooting happened this afternoon, officers from 41 Division were on scene within minutes. And I've thrown everything at this investigation. We have our public safety response team are out looking right now, looking for the suspects. 41 Division was here, the Major Crime Unit was here, the Gun and Gang Task Force was here. We had one complete Gun and Gang Task Force here at this shooting. We had another complete team this afternoon at the earlier one out on Downsview Boulevard. We are throwing all our resources at this right now. Everything that we have, including the kitchen sink, is being thrown at this problem. And again, we are down 45%. But I want to get it down more than that, and we can get it more down than that. My message is, if there's anybody that has any information on a gun crime, who's carrying a gun, who's responsible for any of these shootings, anybody that's involved in any sort of gun or gang crime, call your local division, call Crime Stoppers. We have people that will act on these tips. We have people that will chase them down, and we really can't be everywhere all the time. So it's really the community whose eyes and ears that we really rely on to solve a lot of these crimes. So we need everybody's help. But again, we're on top of it. You'll see here, we got a lot of officers dedicated on this scene, and this case is very solvable.
For this shooting right here, do investigators have an idea in terms of how many shots were fired once the sports people got off the bus and started walking?
Yeah, there's a number of shots fired. We are still counting them, if you will. We got a rough idea. I don't want to release that right now. But, we have some vehicles struck behind us. We have the boy that was shot. So we know how many shots, but we're just confirming that right now.
Double digits, single digits?
Single digits, less than 10, we think. All right, thank you.
We've been listening to Toronto police provide an update after what they call two troublesome shootings that happened in our city this afternoon. The first one late this afternoon around 4 p.m. at the height of rush hour. Investigators say a 14-year-old boy boarded a TTC bus at the intersection of Warden and Lawrence. He stepped onto that bus, got into an altercation with two male suspects. Investigators say he quickly got off that bus. The suspects followed him. One of the suspects fired several shots. That 14-year-old boy was shot in the leg. He is in hospital with serious injuries tonight. They also say a number of people in the area witnessed the incident. Police are now looking for two suspects. No descriptions right now, but they are working on getting footage from the TTC and businesses in the area. Was this targeted? Was this random? Toronto police say they just don't know. And then a few hours before this, there was another shooting.
Okay, so this happened right around Stanley Green and Downsview Park. So this was around 1 o'clock. Here's what police are saying. You have these suspects. They get into two separate cars. They chase each other. Then they get into a crash with a third car. Okay, so one of the drivers was shot. That driver was also hit in the leg as well. Went to the hospital. He could be charged. They're still trying to work out all the details, but they say that both of the drivers in those first two cars, they knew each other, and the collision with the third vehicle, that was unrelated. So, again, this was in the Stanley Green and Downsview Park area right around 1 o'clock this afternoon.